All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our information webinar on our ongoing call for partners for the Space Resources Challenge. So thank you all for taking the time to join this session. My name is Ryan Jacquemone. I'm a national trainee from Luxembourg working in Space Resources Applications Engineering at ESA. And today I'll be both your moderator and presenter of this session. I'll be accompanied by Catherine Adler, Director of ESRIC, the European Space Resources Innovation Center, Bob Lembury, a Senior Advisor at LSA, the Luxembourg Space Agency, and Melchiorre Conti, Space Resources Engineer at ESA. So the agenda for today would be the following. So first, Mel and I will give an introduction to what is the Space Resources Challenge and the ongoing campaign. Then we'll have insights from our first challenge partner, which is LSA and ESRIC, and we'll have plenty of time for a Q&A session as we are in small committee today before concluding and detail the next steps. So first, we'll give a few words on what is the Space Resources Challenge for people who don't know, why we are looking for partners, the long-term vision we have on the challenge, and present our current campaign. So what is the Space Resources Challenge? So it's an initiative that was launched in 2021 by ESA and ESRIC to promote challenge-driven innovation, engaging the community to explore innovative solutions for Europe Exploration Program. This initiative encourages industry and research institutions to compete for a prize, supporting the development of advanced methods for extracting and utilizing space resources. So here, with the bullet point, you have what the challenge can help. So the challenge can help foster innovation, encourage collaboration, accelerate technology advancement, build a community. And on the right-hand side, you have visuals of the first Space Resources Challenge that took place in Luxembourg. And the aim was to advance cutting-edge prospecting technologies to identify and characterize lunar resources. So building on the success of the first challenge, we are excited to announce that we are launching the second Space Resources Challenge this year. And this challenge will propose to the next logical step in the value chain, which is excavation and beneficiation. So excavation refers to the collection of lunar regolith prior to processing. And beneficiation is also referred as feedstock preparation in Israel. Include processes such as particle size separation, mineral enrichment methods to isolate and improve feedstocks to the next step in the process. So now a few words on the second Space Resources Challenge. So it will take place at Luna, at the European Astronaut Center in Cologne. This facility will be used to train all future moonbound astronauts, so to provide full simulation of a lunar environment. And the key information are listed below. So Luna will offer a 700 square meter of regolith testbed filled with EAC-1 simulant and will be operational by Q4 2024. Regarding the challenge itself, so ESA will reward a total of 500,000 euro to the best performing team in the 4 evaluation criteria listed here. So teams will be evaluated on their ability to beneficiate, excavate, respect and impose mass and energy budget, and also mitigate the dust impact on the lunar environment. So the ESA prize will aim to conduct a feasibility study, also called Phase A, to turn the winning solution into a payload. So now I will leave Mel give more vision on the long-term plan we have for the Space Resources Challenge.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everyone, for joining. What we have here is a roadmap that stems from the first prospecting challenge that was held in 2021 in collaboration with LSA and ESRIC. And what we have done is we have tried to build a roadmap of challenges into the future, obviously related to the lunar issue value chain. And we have done so by calling for all interested people in the community of space resources to offer an insight in what kind of challenges their companies or their activities were facing, embracing the challenge-driven innovation philosophy that has been at the center of the space resources strategy. And what we really focus is on not just evaluate the paperwork of a proposed solution, but we want to push the community to prepare hardware in a collaborative manner, creating those links that will be important for the deployment of any ISO architecture, and grow the community around these kind of events so that we can prepare consortiums, we can prepare payloads, and we can prepare the network of institutions and industry that will eventually bring ISRO to become a reality. We are, of course, focusing currently on the beneficiation because and the excavation because it's the first step along the value chain. But ultimately, we aim to grow the challenge edition on edition, planning one every 3 years. And as you can see, we have already displayed the sort of timeline that we're looking at, but also to grow the TRL that is targeted, and of course, increase the money price, create a brand of the ISRO Space Resources, ESA and LSA and partners Space Resources Challenge, with the ultimate goal, much later on in the timeline, as you can imagine, to actually have a challenge that takes place on the moon. That will be a unique way to deliver solutions for the ISRO that has not many comparisons elsewhere. So that's our general thinking. We are focusing, as I said, on the short term because these are enabling stepping stones for a full ISRO-driven architecture. So aside from that, I thank you all again for your participation, and Ryan, you can have the floor.
So in this long-term vision, partner will play a key role as well. But being a partner on the Space Resources Challenge can bring a few benefits as well. So here is a list of potential benefits you could have by becoming a partner. So you could have access to innovative solutions with non-exclusive IP access to most of the innovative solutions of the challenge, allowing to leverage pioneering technology solutions developed for current and future space missions, access to a global network of experts, businesses and organizations, opening doors to collaborative ventures and lucrative business opportunities within the space industry. As well, you could demonstrate your commitment as a partner to promote sustainable space exploration to a wider audience and showcase your dedication to fostering innovation, education, and collaboration in space resources technology. And finally, you could also benefit from a unique marketing and promotional opportunity through media campaigns, public events, targeted communications, ensuring high engagement with both the space community and a wider audience. So we talked a lot about becoming a challenge, a partner, but what are we looking actually as a partner? So this call is open to, we are seeking for two types of partners, so challenge and team partners. So I go first with the challenge partner. So the role of challenge partner is to reward a prize, so a minimum amount of 75,000 euro in the form of their choice to the best performing team in one of the prize categories were identified. So as mentioned briefly in introduction, so the Luxembourg Space Agency in collaboration with ESRIC will reward the beneficiation prize. So this call is still open for the excavation, mass and energy, and dust prizes. So challenge partner will have will be part of the evaluation board of the field test in Luna, and will have direct access to confidential information on the technical implementation of the challenge and the challenge itself. And after submitting your interest in becoming a challenge partner, you will enter a negotiation phase with ESA to align on the different form of prices. And of course, the signature of a confidentiality agreement will be required to ensure that no further information is disclosed to the public. On the other hand, we have team partners, where their role would be to provide any kind of support to the team of their choice. So it can be financial, just be a mentor, provide business, technical support, hardware, anything you want. And you will be able to select as well the team you want to support through either matchmaking opportunities organized by ESA, or team partners will have a dedicated point of contact that will be given in the rulebook, so teams could directly reach out to the available team partners that ESA selected prior to the challenge. For both packages, the terms and conditions of the contract are between the team and the partner, and also a team can accumulate multiple team partners and multiple prices. So now Mel will just give a brief detail on the different conditions of this call.
So this is quite heavy slide, but I think the major takeaway points is that we want to be careful on how the IP, particularly generated by these challenges, is handled. And of course, we, as the agency, we want the teams to retain the intellectual property ownership. Of course, we are clear that the relation between a team sponsor or a prize sponsor partner could be different from what we expect. However, there are some key cornerstones that we have to remember, such as that if the solution is selected by ESA for the win and is progressed to a feasibility study, the agency will need to be able to access the IP as a license. So these would not allow for exclusivity deals to be taken by the team with the sponsoring, the partner, team partner, or the challenge partner. However, we are here to create those networks. So the interest of the agency is actually to promote and accelerate this kind of relations. So it will be pretty much hands-off approach, just guidelines to ensure that both the partners and the teams are protected during the challenge.
All right. Thank you, Mel. So now that we have seen what the Space Resources Challenge is about and our current campaign, we'll now ask a few questions to our first challenge partner, which are LSA and ESRIC. So we have a few questions. So first to Catherine. So we have two questions. So what was the key outcome for ESRIC from co-organizing the first challenge? And what do you hope to achieve or get out of this second Space Resources Challenge?
Thanks, Ryan. We co-organized the first challenge, which was based on prospecting through 2021 and 2022. And I think one of the key takeaways we had from co-organizing that challenge and from participating in from organizing the final field trial was understanding actually the range of technology solutions that the teams brought to that challenge, but also understanding how those teams performed under the conditions of the challenge. So actually, it's not just about the technology, although this is an innovation driving challenge, and that the final prize is a contract. Some of the most important things that we took away from organizing this was actually observing how people participate. It gave us a huge number of ideas for how we might learn from people operating under the constraints of a field trial. And I think that's one of the intangible benefits of being involved in the challenge. For the second challenge, we're now focusing on beneficiation. This is a research area that we have very active engagement with in ESRIC. It is something that we are very interested in developing technology ourselves. But as co-organizers, obviously we do not participate in the challenge. What we are interested in this time around again is seeing the breadth of technology solutions, of strategies. I think strategy on beneficiation is also very interesting, and that we will really engage with the teams that are participating and learn from those and look for future opportunities. So for a co-organizer like Esric, there are many opportunities for visibility, for networking, and for finding future collaboration opportunities. And I think that's something that we are looking forward to taking away from this challenge.
Thank you very much. Now we move on to Bob. So Bob, would you be comfortable with sharing the amount and the form of the price you will reward, which is the beneficiation price, and under what conditions are you rewarding this price?
Yes, thank you, Ryan. So the Luxembourg Space Agency will support ESA in this challenge as a challenge partner. So we sponsor a prize on the in the field of beneficiation. This prize will be an R&D contract to develop a breadboard around beneficiation. The amount has not been formally confirmed, but it will be more than the 75,000. It will allow teams in Europe to work together with Luxembourg entities to develop the breadboard. Yeah, so the price will be an R&D contract of a few €100,000, where part of it has to be developed in Luxembourg or with a Luxembourgish partner, or eventually Esric would participate in the project.
All right, thank you very much. And now I have just a last question, but for both of you. So would you like to add something to encourage entities or people to show their interest in this call?
Catherine, you want to go first? Okay.
I'll go first, Bob. So the real value in participating as a sponsor of a prize or of a team is in the future opportunities that this might bring, whether through, like I said, through increasing networks, through collaboration, through developing, co-developing technologies into the future. So I think there's a huge importance and opportunity from participating as a sponsor. The value that we took as a co-organizer from the first challenge, I think, cannot be underestimated, both in terms of what we learnt and in terms of what we achieved and what it did for Esric, which was very new at the time of the first challenge in terms of visibility. So it's a great way to get engaged and participating in the space resources community. I think that would be a clear opportunity for any potential prize sponsor.
Yes, so from our side, I think we support this in the frame of the Space Resource Initiative we have launched several years ago in Luxembourg, and also the collaboration between ESA, to support the collaboration between ESA and Esric. The challenge itself, we see it's an excellent way to solve the different technologies that we are facing in the field of space resources. It's a very long-term initiative, the challenge, as well as was presented earlier in the call here, and develop these different technologies step by step. And as Catherine mentioned, it's a nice way to engage with other partners, create new partnerships in this field. Space resource is a very, very broad field. We need to make space resource a reality. We need to connect with many different companies that are not yet involved in space. And the challenge allows to do this in a very interactive, concrete way, and allows. So from our side, the value we see here is to connect and support Luxembourg entities and also ASRIC to engage with other European partners around the concrete first projects that will then ultimately lead to new partnerships in the future as the field of space resource will be growing in the next years.
Thank you both for your insights. Suggest we move now on to the Q&A session. So for this Q&A session, we'll have Dorota as well, who will assist us in case there are questions regarding legal aspects. So Dorota is a legal officer at ESA. And please note that we are not going to address questions regarding the technical implementation of the challenge and all this info, because all of this information will be discussed and disclosed and released with the launch of the challenge later this year. So the only information about the challenge itself are in these slides or in our overview page of the OSIP. Now we'll stop sharing my screen to see if we have any questions. Pretty quiet for now. We don't have any questions. So if you have any questions regarding, I don't know, the different packages, what involve being a challenge partner, a team partner, feel free, or any related questions towards LSA ASRIC. So the chat has been turned off just in case, but you have a dedicated Q&A session in the chat if you need to. Oh. All right. It seems there are no questions. So I would suggest we move on to the next point of the agenda, which is the conclusion and the next steps. So if you are interested in this call, you have until July 19 to submit your interest. Starting from July 19, we'll enter the negotiation phase with ESA. And on September 11, we will announce publicly the different partners, so both the team and challenge partners. So feel free to submit your interest by scanning the QR code here, and we remain available with the following email address, so Space Resources Challenge at esa.int. So thank you everyone for attending this webinar. We hope we were clear enough for you. Thank you, Catherine, Bob, and Mel for taking the time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.